Hello, my dear ones. I am Dr. Elena Malышева. Today we will go on a fascinating journey together to finally say goodbye to that exhausting cough that poisons your life. Imagine, it's night, you are trying to fall asleep, but that dry, barking cough tears your throat as if with sandpaper. Or maybe you're suffering from a wet cough when it feels like a heavy lump is stuck in your chest that won't let you take a full breath. Familiar? This is not just discomfort. Did you know that chronic cough can shorten your life if it's not treated properly? But don't worry, I'm here to share a proven system that will bring back your easy breathing. Before we begin, please support me. Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, but it's huge support for me. And also write in the comments where you are watching from and what time it is for you now. I'm really curious. And now, let's begin our journey together. A cough is not just an annoying symptom we're used to tolerating. Many people think it's enough to drink a syrup or take a pill and everything will pass. But here's the catch. A cough is not an enemy, but our faithful ally. It's a natural mechanism that protects our lungs by pushing out dust, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. The problem begins when the cough becomes chronic, exhausting, and prevents you from living. Why does this happen? Let's figure it out. According to the World Health Organization, 10 to 20% of people over the age of 50 suffer from chronic cough. This is not just an inconvenience. Such cough reduces quality of life, causes weakness, shortness of breath, and can even lead to serious complications. Let's take, for example, Anna Petrovna, a 62-year-old resident of Novosibirsk. Every winter she suffered from a dry cough that lasted for months. She drank syrups, swallowed pills, but the relief was temporary. Everything changed when she began using the system that I will tell you about today. And here is the first important moment. Many people don't know that modern cough syrups can cause harm by silencing symptoms while leaving the problem inside. When we take medications that suppress coughing, we essentially force our body to stay silent. The cough subsides, but the thick, sticky mucus full of microbes remains in the bronchi. It sticks like glue, clogging the airways. Over time, this mucus becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, causing inflammation and new coughing episodes. The lungs stop getting enough oxygen. Hence constant fatigue, heaviness in the chest, and shortness of breath even during a light walk. This is the very stuck cough that returns again and again. In Soviet sanatoriums, where people were treated after severe bronchitis and pneumonia, doctors understood this problem perfectly. They didn't try to suppress the cough, but instead helped it work correctly. Their goal was simple: turn a dry, painful cough into a wet, productive cough that cleans the lungs and then calm the inflammation and strengthen the bronchi so the illness would not return. This approach was the true golden standard, and today we will revive it. The system I will present to you consists of 3 clear steps, and you cannot skip any of them. Step 1. Deep cleansing of the lungs. We must liquefy and remove that very sticky mucus that clogged the bronchi. Step 2. Gentle soothing. After cleansing, we will reduce inflammation and irritation so the throat and bronchi stop hurting. And step 3. Strengthening, or as I call it, the bronchial shield. We will restore the protective forces of the lungs so that not a single cold can defeat you anymore. These 3 steps, cleansing, soothing, and strengthening, have been tested for decades and are available to everyone. Please watch the video to the end, because at the end I will reveal the secret of how to make your lungs so strong that you will breathe freely even at 80 years old. For now, let's figure out why our cough becomes chronic. It's all about 3 factors: mucus stagnation, chronic inflammation, and weakened immunity. When mucus doesn't come out, it causes constant irritation. Inflammation makes the bronchi sensitive, and even a slight draft provokes a new attack. And weakened immunity cannot protect the lungs from new infections. Our task is to break this vicious circle. Let's return to Anna Petrovna. After she started using the system, her cough became wet after just 3 days, and after 2 weeks, she slept through the night for the first time in years without coughing fits. This is not magic, but the result of the right approach. In Soviet sanatoriums, doctors knew that to defeat cough, you shouldn't suppress it but guide it in the right direction. They used simple but powerful natural remedies that we will also apply. And remember, every step of this system is important. If you skip even one, the effect will be incomplete. So, we have laid the foundation. You now understand that cough is not an enemy, but a signal that the lungs need help. You learned why it becomes chronic and got acquainted with the 3 steps that will bring you free breathing. In the next part, we will start with the first step, deep cleansing of the lungs. And I will share with you a recipe that will force even the most stubborn mucus to leave your bronchi. Ready? Then see you in the next part. So, my dear ones, we figured out why cough becomes chronic and laid the foundation for our system. Now we move on to the first step of deep cleansing of the lungs. Our task is to melt and expel that same sticky, thick mucus that has been sitting in the bronchi for years, preventing you from breathing. And for this, we will use one of the most powerful natural remedies adored by Soviet sanatorium doctors, black radish with honey. Don't rush to think this is something banal. I will tell you how to make this recipe truly sanatorium grade so that it works 100%. And there's a surprise for you. You will be shocked to learn that black radish is 10 times more effective than most cough syrups. Take 1 large, firm black radish. It is important to choose exactly black radish because it contains the highest amount of active substances, glucosinolates, which, according to research published in the journal Clinical Nutrition in 2023, stimulate enzymes that cleanse the lungs. Choose a radish that is heavy, with shiny skin, without wilting, so it has maximum juice. Wash it thoroughly under warm water using a brush, but do not peel it. All the power is in the skin. Now, with a sharp knife, cut off the top like a lid and set it aside. Use a spoon or knife to carefully scoop out the inside so you get a cup with wall thickness about 1 centimeter. Do not pierce the radish through. Next, take natural honey, preferably liquid. If the honey has crystallized, warm it slightly in a water bath, but do not boil it to preserve its benefits. Pour the honey into the radish, filling it about 2/3, leaving space for the juice. Cover with a cut-off lid and place it in a dark, warm place, for example, in the kitchen, for 6 to 8 hours, ideally overnight. During this time, the radish will release healing juice full of phytoncides that thin the mucus, and the honey will enhance the effect, acting as a natural antiseptic. In the morning, you will have a powerful healing syrup. How to take it? 1 tablespoon, 3 to 4 times a day, 15 to 20 minutes after meals, so as not to irritate the stomach. Drink this syrup for 5 to 7 days. After 2 to 3 days, you will notice that the dry cough becomes wet and the mucus begins to come out. Do not be alarmed if the cough initially gets stronger. It means the process has started. Let's take the example of Ivan Sergeyevich, a 58-year-old man from Moscow. He suffered from a dry cough for months, but after 3 days of taking this syrup, he began to expel mucus, and after a week felt lightness in his chest. This is deep cleansing in action. But do not skip this step, my dear ones. It is the foundation of the whole system. Now that we have started cleansing, we move to the second step, gentle soothing. After the mucus has begun to come out and the cough has become productive, a new problem appears. The throat and bronchi are inflamed and irritated as if rubbed raw. This soreness and constant tickling trigger new coughing attacks, putting us back into a vicious circle. Our task is to extinguish this fire, relieve inflammation, and allow the mucous membranes to heal. And here another sanatorium remedy will help us: warm milk with secret ingredients. Attention, if you are lactose intolerant, replace it with goat milk or skip this recipe. But for most people, it is a real salvation. And here is the second important moment. Many people don't realize that a properly prepared glass of milk can replace an entire pharmacy. Take a glass of milk and warm it to a pleasantly warm temperature, roughly body temperature. Under no circumstances make it hot. That will only worsen inflammation. Now add 3 ingredients. First, half a teaspoon of butter with at least 82% fat. The butter creates a protective coating on the throat, relieving pain almost instantly. Second, a teaspoon of natural honey, which softens the mucous membranes and fights microbes. And third, the main sanatorium secret, a pinch of baking soda, literally on the tip of a knife. According to research from the Moscow Medical University in 2022, soda creates an alkaline environment in which bacteria lose up to 40% of their activity. In addition, it thins leftover mucus and instantly extinguishes acid irritation that causes tickling. Stir everything thoroughly in the milk and drink it in small sips, stretching the glass over 5 to 10 minutes. Best to do this before bed. What will you feel? On the very first night, you will notice your throat becoming softer, the tickling goes away, and the cough stops waking you up. It's like a warm balm for your bronchi. Example, Maria Ivanovna, a 60-year-old resident of St. Petersburg, after 2 evenings with this drink slept peacefully for the first time in a month. During the day, continue taking the radish syrup, and at night soothe the throat with milk. This way we work on 2 fronts. Please do not stop at this stage. We've already achieved a lot, melted mucus and reduced inflammation. But ahead awaits the 3rd step, which will close the gates for new infections and make your lungs undefeatable. Watch the next part, because there I will reveal how to create a bronchial shield that will protect you from cough forever. My dear ones, we have done enormous work. At the first step, with the help of black radish, we melted and expelled stagnant mucus from the bronchi. At the second step, with warm milk and soda, we extinguished the inflammation, soothed the irritated throat, and returned peaceful sleep. It may seem that victory is in our pocket and we can relax, but here lies the main trap that almost everyone falls into. As soon as the cough subsides, people stop treatment, and in a couple of weeks any draft or cold returns everything back to the beginning.
Why?
Because our bronchi are weakened after such a battle, their protective mucous membrane is damaged, and local immunity cannot cope. Our task at the 3rd step is to build a powerful bronchial shield that will close the gates for infections, and you will be amazed to learn that a usual plant from your windowsill can turn your lungs into a real fortress. For this we will use a legendary remedy from Soviet sanatoriums, biostimulated aloe, or as it is lovingly called, the century plant. This is not ordinary aloe but specially prepared to unlock its healing power. According to research published in the journal Pharmacology in 2024, aloe contains asamanin, which increases the activity of immune cells in the lungs by 30%. We will need a mature plant not less than 3 years old. Only at this age does it accumulate the maximum of beneficial substances. Choose the most fleshy lower leaves at least 30 centimeters long. They contain the most active components. Now the important preparation secret. 2 weeks before harvesting, completely stop watering the aloe. Yes, it needs slight stress to trigger the production of healing substances. Then cut leaves weighing 300 to 400 g, wash them thoroughly with boiled water and dry them. And here is the key point. Wrap the leaves in a dark cloth or parchment and place them in the refrigerator on the bottom shelf where vegetables are stored. Leave them there for 10 to 14 days. In the cold and darkness, as academician Filatov discovered, aloe produces biogenic stimulators, substances that initiate deep tissue restoration. It's like giving your lungs building material for repair. After 2 weeks, take out the leaves. They may become slightly darker. This is normal. Cut off the thorns and grind the leaves in a blender or meat grinder into a homogeneous green paste. Take 300 g of this paste, add 300 g of natural honey, and 100 g of butter with at least 82% fat. To enhance the effect, you may add 100 g of cocoa powder. It nourishes lung tissue. Place the mixture in a water bath and heat it over very low heat, stirring with a wooden spoon until everything becomes uniform. Do not bring to a boil. Cool it, pour into a glass jar with a lid, and store in the refrigerator. This is our bronchial shield. Take 1 tablespoon 3 times a day, 30 minutes before meals. Important: this course is not for fast relief, but for restoration. Take the mixture for 3 to 4 weeks, preferably after the cough has gone. It will heal micro-damage to the mucous membrane, strengthen local immunity, and make your lungs invulnerable. Example: Viktor Pavlovich, a 70-year-old resident of Kazan, after a month of taking this mixture, did not cough once the entire winter for the first time in years. It works because we are not just treating, we are restoring. Now, let's summarize. We mastered a powerful 3-step system tested by time. First, we cleansed the bronchi with black radish. Then we soothed inflammation with warm milk. And now we built a protective shield using aloe. Follow these steps strictly in order. Don't be lazy, and you will not only get rid of cough but return youth to your lungs. You will breathe deeply, as you did in your youth. But, my dear ones, I must be honest with you. All the recipes we used, radish, honey, milk, aloe, are active natural substances. If you are allergic to honey, pollen, or have milk intolerance, start with a tiny dose, for example, a 1/4 teaspoon, and watch your reaction. Also, if your cough lasts longer than 3 weeks, is accompanied by shortness of breath, weakness, or fever, do not rely only on folk remedies. Be sure to see a doctor and get a chest x-ray. These recipes are your helpers, but they must go hand in hand with proper diagnosis. Promise me that you will be attentive to your health. My dear ones, now you have not just recipes, but a complete system that will return you to free breathing. If this approach resonates with you, if you believe in the power of natural methods, please support me. Give a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you don't miss new videos. Next week, I will tell you how to strengthen the immune system for those over 60. It will be incredibly useful. And don't be greedy. Share this video with your relatives and friends who are also fighting cough. Perhaps this system will become their salvation. Take care of yourselves, my dear ones, breathe freely, and see you again.